Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy. For today's video, we're going to be reacting to Kenny, King of the Fourth Quarter, ranking every starting shooting guard in the NBA right now, guys. So it's not based off their past or nothing like that. It's based how they are doing so far into the NBA season. So yeah, it's a pretty long video. Let's get right into it, man.
I don't want you saying, hey, Kenny, that's not our starting shooting guard. I did this strictly based on what ESPN said.
Yeah, don't be coming at Kenny, guys. Damn.
I didn't want you coming for me, so go to ESPN and complain with them. But these are the guys we got. We got Buddy Hield, and we stopped at Wesley Matthews.
Okay.
Yo, last time I did this with the point guards, you guys are really mad at me because I said Colin Sexton. I was talking about Colin Sexton, but the picture was Darius Garland. Cavs fans came in my head. I'm sorry. Stuff like that happens all the time. I'm just human, all right?
Mistakes happen,
so we'll
guys.
start off with Buddy Hield.
Back off, man.
Now, Buddy Hield has continually become a better player.
He's like a B.
This year, he's not as efficient as last year, but I'm giving that a lot to the fact that De'Aaron Fox and Marvin Bagley have really been playing. If you're going against the Kings, you gotta know that
his scoring is up though, just a little bit.
Especially when not those other two guys.
I give him like a B.
I'm gonna put him in the B tier.
Okay.
He's obviously a very decent player, but not.
He's also shooting like 11 threes a season, so that's definitely a career high for him as far as attempts go. So you would expect a little dip in efficiency just because of that, but yeah.
To be in these upper echelon. Same thing with Zach LaVine. He is the Chicago Bulls' number one option, so you can see him as sometimes being a 25-point game scorer. I think this year's averaging about 22, 23.
Not
but
bad.
He's still not good enough to be in this upper echelon. He's still not good enough in my eyes to be an all-star based on his first quarter of the season.
He'll get there eventually,
I
think.
Dwayne Bacon. I know some of y'all are probably going to come at me with the Charlotte Hornets fans saying that, hey, Kenny, Devontae Graham has been our starting shooting guard for the past couple weeks, which is facts. He has been, and he's been great. But we already ranked Devontae Graham on the point guard video.
I think Rozier was there, too.
About Devontae Graham, go watch that. And this is the next guy, according to ESPN. And we're going to keep it a buck. I like this guy because his fact.
The only thing that's keeping him up from an F is that his last name's Bacon. Like, if it was damn Dwayne Broccoli or something, that bitch ass going in the F tier. Like, he got a cool last name. That's about it.
His world. I don't follow a extreme amount of NBA players on Instagram because I don't really care about their personal lives. But there are some like fashion icon guys that I like, and Dwayne Bacon is one of those dudes.
You gotta like that.
He hasn't really been as good as he was very, very early in his career. I think this is year number 3.
Yo, Luke Kennard's next. Luke Kennard's next.
Solid, but now, you know.
Luke Kennard's next.
We got Luke Kennard, one of the candidates for most improved player. I'm just super happy he's finally getting the shots. Dwayne Casey's running plays for him because we knew him coming out of college as a guy that can be a flamethrower. And so far he has been that. But I'm putting him in a C+ tier. He is above the average, but he still ain't up. He not messing with Buddy Hield or Zach LaVine. Think about it that way.
Not yet. It's only a quarter way in the season, though. A man averaging 16, like 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He's getting there. He's getting there. C+. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Above average.
Hasn't been an extremely great season for Drew Holiday so far. The defense will always be there. And just for him having defense, he's automatically at least a B tier.
Oh, B, okay.
Offense hasn't been as great as it was last year. Maybe last year was kind of like a fluke because the man was incredible offensively last year. But now maybe not so much. So I'm thinking maybe he's
I would say B's fine.
Like I'm put at the B tier. We're gonna put him at the B tier, and at the end of the video, I'll do some revisions. Maybe.
I mean, last year I thought he was like a B+. So yeah, I think B sounds about right.
Up higher. Then we have RJ Barrett. I'm putting him at the C+.
That's fair.
For a rookie, he's been solid, but that's just what he is, a rookie. In the future, he should be pretty good. But again, we just rate
solid but
him
inefficient.
First, 20-something NBA games, and right here, this is where he belongs. I mean, early in the season, he was lighting it up, and then recently he
fell off a little bit.
He started to not decline, but plateau to basically the way rookies go. The rookies can start off hot, and then
it's because they're not used to playing that many games. It's like you get to the point you're like you don't realize in high school, in college, you ain't playing no 82-game season. So I think eventually, and just all the traveling, a lot more traveling, just the fatigue probably gets to him too. So it's a lot of mental aspect to the game of basketball.
They come back to earth, and that's kind of what RJ has
done. Not just putting up buckets.
We have Jeremy Lamb. I gotta say, the shooting guard position is in very, very good hands. You're gonna see
they're playing like a C+.
There are a lot of good shooting guards under the age of like 26 years old. But Jeremy Lamb,
he's averaging like 15.
He is about a C+, I would say. He's a good starter, but he's gonna lose his starting spot once VO comes back, right? He'll be a great 6-man, and he's pretty decent. And we're going to move on to Danny Green. So far this season, Danny Green hasn't been as lethal from behind the arc as
maybe like a C?
I mean, he's got that tattoo on his elbow now of like a bullseye. So when he hits clutch shots, he pointed.
Yo, that's kind of cool.
I've only seen it
cool.
like 2 times this season. He's at the C tier. Oh, nope, not Duncan Robinson.
Yo, Duncan's like an S.
Defense will always be there. He's always going to be a defensive leader out there, but we're going to put him at the C tier. He's about average at this point. And then the playoffs come around. Then he kind of boosts his value because he'll just sit in that corner and knock down the shot. A lot of the times. He does go cold. Next, we do have Duncan Robinson, though.
He's been like a C+.
Duncan Robinson came into this season,
killing it.
according to 2K, as one of the lowest overall players in the NBA.
I knew this dude was going to be a beast out of Michigan. I knew it watching him over there. He just like, I thought he just looked like a perfect NBA player to me.
2K called this man a bum, and then so far this season, he has basically surprised the world along with a couple players on his team. And Duncan Robinson,
it's got to be a C+.
The reason I like him is because he knows his role. He knows what he's good at, and he doesn't try to do anything other than the things he's good at. A lot of this game so far this season, he'll finish with like 8 total shots, and 7 out of those 8s is a 3-point shot.
He'll make like 10 3-point shots in the entire. I think I saw somebody post this on Twitter or something. He'll face will be like the entire time. Not after making 8 threes, just no emotion whatsoever. He knows his business. Somebody else will say look like a serial killer, but hey, as long as you make your threes,
because
kill it on the court.
Don't be mad at me because Tyler Hero isn't here. He's coming off the bench. I'm sorry. It's just started shooting guards. All that being said, I do like Duncan, but he is about a C right now.
Yeah, I can argue a C+ from the season.
I'm PG at the A tier for right now. I mean,
sure.
He missed a big chunk of that beginning of the season, but since he's been back, he's been pretty solid, pretty efficient. And just tonight,
yeah, can't give him credit for stuff he hasn't done yet.
Game. Tim Hardaway Jr. He is about as wishy-washy as they come.
I'm happy to put him at C+. He's actually been pretty solid lately for the Dallas Mavericks. That's a good choice.
Some games,
good
he
choice.
Is lights out. Beautiful teammate to have. And sometimes I watch this man, I'm like, bro, just get a ball back to Luka. Just get a ball back to Luka. You're doing a little bit too much, Tim Hardaway.
That was him and Trey Burke on Michigan.
When he is on, he is
Give that ball to Trey, man.
Then we have James Harden. S tier immediately. S is for superior. You know, it is like the top of the top. Usually when we get to S tier, there's like 1, maybe 2 guys. James Harden is
I ain't seeing a second.
Now I'm looking at my contestants. He is the only S tier here.
Yep.
You can love him, you can hate him, but you have to respect how good the man is at basketball. And then listen, I'm in a boat with a lot of y'all. I don't really like watching him play. But
kind of a boring style.
I know he's probably the best one-on-one player we've pretty much ever seen in NBA history. Yeah. I don't like the whole foul things, but it is a skill. It's a skill to draw as many fouls as he does. Like when
he ain't the one blowing the whistle.
His footage, you like, bro, how did he know his hand was gonna be there? Or how did he know that defender was trailing him?
Yeah, he don't blowing the whistle though.
James Harden is a very, very smart man. Listen, why do I need to exert all this energy dropping 40 when I can get 30 at the free throw line?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I know a lot of people gonna be mad at that clip. Oh, I know a lot of people gonna be mad.
Hey, it is what it is. I mean, I know there's basketball players out there that don't like to dunk the basketball because it's like why waste energy dunking it when I can just lay it up? I mean, it's just, it's playing the numbers game.
Harris. Offensively this season, Gary Harris hasn't been as good as previous seasons.
Played like a C.
But his defense has been great. I don't remember specifically, but he went. Maybe it was James Harden recently this season. He went against one of the elite guards in the league, and he just clamped up.
I give him a C though.
And then I think Nikola Jokic came out, or Jamal Murray was like, hey, he should be an all-defensive player this year. And he might be. He might end up being the guy because the Denver Nuggets defense is like top 5 at the moment, and he is their lead defender on the perimeter.
All right, I might give him a C+ then.
There. If there was a C++, he'll be there, but right now we're putting him at the top of like C+. Then we have Donovan Mitchell.
Because, I mean, like, his defense is great and everything, but I know the rest of his stats, it's like 10 points, few assists, few rebounds per game. I don't think he's also shooting the greatest from the 3-point shot. So, I mean, if his defense is that good, then I guess it's enough to give him a C+ or whatever. But, I like to see him add a few more things to his game.
At B+. Usually, Donovan Mitchell, based on his first 2 seasons of the NBA, he'll start off pretty slow. Same thing with the Utah Jazz, which is basically happened this year too. He'll start off slow. His efficiency won't be great, and then
he must enjoy his summers.
Donovan Mitchell clicks and he puts it together.
That Utah party life can get crazy.
He's been playing at an all-star level from the beginning of the season. I think he's averaging 25 points per game.
Said no one ever.
Really efficient. That's the big thing. As long as his efficiency is there,
probably got like Applebee's or something.
So I'm putting him at the B+.
Half
then we have Wiggins, one of the more surprising players.
Give him a B.
If we were basing this on last year, Wiggins is like here, based on last year. But this is a whole new season. Wiggins is a whole new player.
Maybe B+.
And I was thinking, like, after he had this hot start, I was thinking, okay, will Wiggins come down to earth, or is this just who Wiggins is this season? Well, not just this season, but for the rest of his career.
Okay.
He's in B.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yep.
He's not messing with the Donovan Mitchells, and I'm going to put Devin Booker there right now. He's not messing with those 2 guys just yet, but he has the potential to be there one day. Then we have Devin Booker, 100 Thieves' very own, I guess. Did he sign 100 Thieves? 100 Thieves signed me too. Please. I've been trying to get signed by 100 Thieves for about a year and a half now. They just won't hit me back up.
I don't know what that is.
But they won't hit me
Should I know what that? I probably should know what that is. I probably should know what that is.
One thing about Devin Booker throughout his entire career, we knew that he can score.
Is it a video game?
Really
100 Thieves?
But we always wanted to see how he would perform on the team. Well, that's built well. And this Phoenix Suns team has been built well. Even with the injuries of like Aaron Baines has been missing a bunch of games.
DeAndre
Rubio missing games this season. And then, of course, DeAndre Ayton has been suspended since the second game of the year. The Phoenix Suns have continued to look decent. I think as we're recording this video, they're like the 8th seed. They've looked decent, and he has been as efficient as humanly possible. And now that I'm thinking about that, I may raise him to the A tier by the end of this video. But right now we're gonna.
He should be an All-Star this year for sure.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander belongs at the B tier, sophomore year player. His efficiency hasn't been as good as last year, but this year
I think he's
like
went down a little bit in the past few weeks.
Last year he was playing with pretty good players, and like Lou Will, Montrezl Harrell, all these dudes, he didn't get as many shots. But now OKC, he's getting as many shots.
I'll probably say B-.
And he's knocking them down. The defense is there. I love Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, another fashion icon, the next generation of fashion icons. Then we have Bryn Forbes. Bryn Forbes can score a little bit, but other than that, Bryn Forbes ain't bringing that much. He's pretty undersized for a shooting guard, so his defense ain't there. He gives the effort, but the Spurs defense is bad, and maybe a lot of that is due to the fact that he's on the perimeter.
Scoring-wise, though, I gotta get say he's a C. He's a C.
I put him in a C spot because I think he's still averaging like 13 points per game, and that's pretty good.
Jaylen Brown's a B. He's a B.
Got his bag this offseason, and people were like, does Jaylen Brown deserve that money? Me included. I'll be honest. I was like, is Jaylen Brown worth all that money? This year he shut.
Well, yeah, that's a big issue with the NBA is a lot of times players get paid based off stuff they haven't done yet, and then once they get that contract, they let up a little bit, and Jaylen Brown's the complete opposite. He got his contract, he's like, all right, I got paid this money, let me go out there and earn it now, and he's definitely doing that.
All of that up. All of it up.
Definitely doing that.
I would not be surprised if he ends up being an all-star. I mean, him and his teammate, Jason Tatum, they basically fighting for the same all-star spot. You know what I'm saying? We know Kemba Walker's going to be an all-star, but it's between him and JT. Who's going to get it? I don't know. But just the other night, they had a very good game against the Nuggets, both of them. And when both of them are on, it's a scary, scary sight. And I think Jaylen Brown said that he's fire and Jason Tatum is ice, or the other way around.
Okay.
Now that I think about it, it doesn't make much sense because they're teammates, and fire and ice, they don't. All that being said,
they both got their strengths and weaknesses, I guess.
Scoring the ball. I thought last year he may have lost a bit of his confidence because they had him coming off the bench.
But then it would sizzle out. Yeah, don't make no damn
sense.
Don't make no damn sense.
You do you, and JB has really done his thing, so I'm putting him in the higher B tier, like up here. Then we have CJ. CJ started off the season kind of slow, but CJ does his thing, bro. CJ's always going to be one of those guys that probably won't get the All-Star nod. For example, this year I do predict that Donovan Mitchell and
he's like the Mike Conley of shooting guards.
Guys like CJ will always miss out. But we all know he plays at an all-star type level. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just these two guys.
The Mike Conley of shooting guards, no doubt.
CJ, keep doing your thing, all right? The Portland Trailblazers are slowly starting to get back on track. Then we have Dillon Brooks.
It's like a C. He's like a C.
Dillon Brooks, I'll put it probably at the C tier.
There you go. Yep.
Hasn't been as efficient as his rookie season, but he's starting to get back from that big-time injury he had his sophomore year. Glenn Robinson III.
It's like a D.
Statistically, Glenn Robinson III has been pretty good this season.
Has he?
And part of me is like, how much is that? Is just the fact that he's playing for a bad team, so there's so many shots. Like, if he was on another team, I mean, basically, the beginning of his career, he was here.
He didn't do nothing on the Pistons.
He wasn't getting much PT. I would say, I would put him probably at the D tier right now. He definitely has time to grow. Then we have Josh Richardson. I'm putting him at the B tier as well.
Okay.
He started off the season very slow.
It's like a C plus B.
Any of his shots. But right now, he is injured. Get well soon. But he slowly starts to get things back together before his injury. Freddie.
B.
I feel like I ranked Freddie already. Did I rank Freddie in that point guard video? Let me go check. I did rank Freddie, and I put him at the B tier, so I'll just do that again. Go watch that point
Kyle
guard
Lowry
video.
must have not been up there.
Karis LeVert. Like, this is what I'm saying. Look how many B tier shooting guards we have right now. Wiggins is what, 24. JB's like 21, 22. Drew Holiday's kind of old. Buddy Hield is like 27. Zach LaVine's like 24. All of these guys are like young, bro.
Yeah, NBA's in a good place.
Position is in very, very good hands. And then we have people like RJ coming up the ranks in a few years. I would guess he's going to be up here. Gary Harris has the potential to be up here if he just gets his offense underway. Like, there's the shoot.
Kenny, you said RJ Barrett, and then you skipped over one, and then you said Gary Harris. You need to skip over nobody right there. Luke Kennard, you can say he could be a B+ eventually. He'll get there. He'll get there.
Great. The NBA's in a great position.
Oh, man.
Karis LeVert, I wish there was like a C++ tier because that's what Karis LeVert would be.
I want a B-.
I put him at the C+ tier. I put him at the C++ tier.
But you were saying C++.
C++, I would put him there. Evan Fournier.
He's been a C plus.
Evan Fournier just had one of the best weeks of his career. He was averaging like 26 points per game this week. And then if you watch my podcast, you know that he was my player of the week because he averaged 26 and the Orlando Magic went 4-0 for this week. A lot of that's due to him, and then Aaron Gordon had that one big game.
What is he in the B range?
I think throughout this entire year, he's probably C+.
That's what I was thinking.
It just so happened that right now he's boiling hot. He's boiling hot. When I do this halfway through the season, who knows? If he continues this hot streak, he could be up there with some of the other guys. Then we have Bradley Beal. Oh, no. I'm putting Bradley Beal at the A tier.
Okay, okay.
He is a game changer. That Washington Wizards team roster, not good. You add Bradley Beal.
It ain't bad.
Good playmaker.
They're not like as bad as I thought they would be. I don't know what the record is exactly, but if John Wall were healthy, like if John Wall was playing, because John Wall was playing some of his best basketball before he went down with injuries. So yeah, John Wall, Bradley Beal, Rui Hachimura's been great. You know, I like Maurice Wagner a lot. Thomas Bryant's decent. So, I don't know. I don't think they're in, like, the worst place if John Wall comes back healthy, which it remains to be seen.
And just one of the best bucket getters we have in the league. They win more games than you probably expect, and that's what's happening. Shout out to Hachimura, too. We'll talk about him in a future video. I love that guy as a rookie. I just had to get that off my brain because we were talking about his team. Then we have Kevin Huerter. What is his name? Red Velvet?
Yeah, he's been
Red
bad.
Mamba?
He's been injured too, though.
Sick, so
it's like an F or a D.
Pausing for sneezes. That's how we do it. I'm going to put him at the C tier. He missed a lot of the season with injury. He just came back, and he actually got a win today. So shout out to them for that, but I put him at the C tier.
I like DeAndre Bembry better.
And now I'm actually talking about Darius Garland because they have him at the shooting guard. Who's really the shooting guard? It doesn't matter.
Colin Sexton, I would say, is probably the shooting guard, and Darius is the point guard. But regardless, Darius has not had a great rookie season, so I'm curious where he's going to put him at. I would say he's been playing like a D, but he can get a lot better. But he's a ways away.
Guards. One of them could be the guard. One of them could be the guard.
He's a ways away.
Guards. They take turns bringing the ball up the court anyway. Based off his rookie season, he hasn't been very good. I'll put him at the C tier.
You're going to see, okay.
Shooting the ball wise, he hasn't been very good. And again, he's so undersized that the defense is atrocious. And now I keep thinking,
I gotta say a D, but with the potential of getting up there.
No, but right now we'll keep him at the C tier. Same thing with Wesley Matthews. He used to be a flamethrower, used to be a great defender, but I think he's like 33 years old at this point.
Okay, guys, that is the end of the video right there. All the rankings. I mean, for the most part, it's a great ranking. It's like I don't really have any big time arguments except maybe Luke Kennard going up to like an S tier or something like that. And like I don't think Darius Garland or Kevin Huerter have been playing the greatest. But see, I guess you don't want to be mad to or mean to the young bloods out there. But yeah, overall really good ranking as always. Man, Kenny knows his stuff out there, so Kenny ain't gonna have a bad ranking. But yeah, that's all we got. Thank you all so much for watching, and peace out, my friends.